Fellow Kenyans, the recent diplomatic engagement in Moscow between Musalia Mudavadi and Sergei Lavrov has brought to light a disturbing policy gap in Kenya's foreign policy relations and labor export strategy. Russia has indicated that it will not take responsibility for Kenyan nationals who joined private military contractors such as the Wagner Group. The explanation offered is that these individuals voluntarily signed private contracts, and therefore the Russian state bears no legal nor financial obligations regarding their welfare, healthcare, or repatriation. Whether one agrees with that position or not, the situation exposes a serious deficit in Kenya's foreign policy preparedness, which the current administration are completely incompetent and too clueless to let you know exactly what that should be, what that has been, and what that could be. Kenya has increasingly promoted labor exports initiatives such as Kazi Maju as a central pillar of its employment strategy. While labor mobility can contribute to economic opportunity, it becomes dangerous when the state fails to establish clear safeguards for its citizens abroad, or for that matter, those trying or intending to travel abroad. What we are witnessing today is a tragic policy contradiction. On the one hand, the government celebrates exporting labor, and on the other, it appears unprepared when Kenyan citizens find themselves trapped in dangerous situations overseas. This is not the first time. We saw the Kenyans stuck in the Middle East, in Bahrain, flip-flopping, incompetence, and name it. But let us speak plainly. A country that sends its young people abroad in search of opportunities must also be ready to protect them, defend them, and bring them back home in case something touches them. Unfortunately, the present administration and the current situation suggests that Kenyans are acting reactively rather than proactively. This is not simply a diplomatic issue. It is an economic policy issue. Young Kenyans do not have to leave their country to join foreign conflicts because they desire war. They do so because opportunities at home remain painfully limited. You cannot send, as a father, your children to go and fight in a war with the neighbors instead of cultivating land back at home that can be able to provide them with employment. The real solution is not better crisis management abroad. The real solution is jobs at home. Kenya must urgently shift its national focus toward industrialization, domestic manufacturing, technological innovation, and productive sectors capable of absorbing our rapidly growing youth population, which currently stands at 60% unemployed, 20% unemployed, meaning that 80% of the youth of Kenya are actually underutilized. Under the vision of the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, Kenya will move away from the dangerous idea that development lies in exporting labor, but utilizing the labor at home. You cannot send your children to go and dig the land of your neighbor while you have a lot of land back at home. Our ambition must be higher, fellow Kenyans. We must build an economy where Kenyan youth export products, technology, and innovation, not desperation in terms of jobs which are risky, like Haiti, like now Russia, UAE among that. It is deeply troubling that while other nations are building industries, Kenya is increasingly positioning itself as a supplier of labor to the world. Even more troubling is the prospect that Kenyan youth could be drawn into foreign battlefields through private military contracts without safeguards. This must never become normalized. Kenya's future cannot be built on exporting its young people into uncertainty, exploitation, and war, because a nation's biggest assets is young people. The future is the young people. Your greatest treasure is your youth. We must build industries here. We must create opportunities here. And we must restore dignity or work within our own borders. As our anthem says, plenty be within our borders. And these plenties are not in Russia. They're not in Bahrain. They're not outside the country. When you cannot create a job for your own people, you have lost legitimacy. And that's why we say must go. So my closing remarks are that a nation that exports its youth to war zones has abandoned its responsibility to create opportunities at home and therefore must go. Kenyan youth should be building factories and technology companies, not fighting battlefields in foreign lands, and therefore must go. The real solution is not exporting labor. The real solution is industrializing Kenya, and if you cannot, must go. When jobs disappear at home, desperation travels abroad. And if you can offer the solution, you must go. Kenya must export products, innovation, and ideas, not its young people into war. And if you cannot only do that, you must go. Foreign policy must protect Kenyan lives, not simply react after crisis in our country or occur after crisis. And if you cannot offer a solution to crisis, you must go. Our youth deserve laboratories, farms and factories, not battlefields. And if you cannot offer battlefields, you must go. The future of Kenya will be built in Kenya, using Kenyans in Kenyan industries, not in foreign conflicts. And if you can do that, then to answer the prayer in Isaiah chapter 6 verse 4, whom shall I send? And Fred Ogola with LDP say, here I am, Lord, send me. And the wrong people should not be sent, because we have sent them severally and they bring for us wrong answers. Huwezi tuma mtoto ambaye ukimtuma hakuna jibu analeta. Unatuma mtoto ambaye anaweza leta jibu. Must go haizi leta jibu, analeta shida. God bless you. God bless Kenya.